In the deep, dark space of Sector 14, everything was quiet. Stars were shining. Space dust floated slowly. Nothing had moved there for many years. It was a dead zone, silent, forgotten, peaceful. But today, something changed. At Oro 314, galactic, time, a shadow appeared. A giant object moved slowly across the stars. It made no sound, no signal, no engine noise, just pure silence. A small alien scout ship saw it first. The pilot, Captain Vrax, stared at his screen. "What is that?" he whispered. His hands shook. He zoomed in. The object was huge, almost 72 kilometers long. Its body was black, with sharp edges like knives. No lights, no colors, just dark metal. The ship's AI could not identify it. Unknown material, unknown origin. Then the screen showed something terrifying. Origin. Earth Captain Vrax's eyes widened. "No, Earth is dead," he said. The AI responded coldly. "Data confirmed. Signal trace matches pre-war Earth tech." Captain Vrax sent an emergency message to the Galactic Council. 2 hours later, at the Galactic Council Base A meeting was called. All high leaders were present. The Zorath Empire, the Creevy Alliance, the Zenth Collective, and many more. Council leader Zareth stood in front of the screen. His face was pale. "A ship has entered our space," he said. "It's massive, and it came from Earth." A loud gasp filled the room. "That's not possible," shouted Admiral Kor, leader of the Zenth fleet. "Earth was destroyed 300 years ago. We all saw it burn." Zareth nodded. "Yes. But the data is clear. The ship is real, and it's heading toward the old human colonies." A silence fell. Some looked angry. Others looked scared. One alien elder spoke in a low voice. "It is them, the humans. They survived." Meanwhile, in orbit above a dead planet, the black warship floated like a ghost. No signals, no reply to hails, no movement. Alien scout drones flew near it, but their systems failed and fell silent. Inside the ship, red lights glowed. Cold metal walls stretched for miles. Giant cannons rested silently, but they were active. Strange machines ticked and pulsed, powered by unknown energy. Footsteps echoed in the dark halls. A human figure walked down the corridor. Tall, calm. Wearing a black uniform with a silver eagle symbol. He stopped in front of a glowing screen. One word appeared on it. "Observed." The man spoke just one sentence. Phase 1 complete. Back in the Galactic Council, the leaders argued. "We must attack before it attacks us," shouted one. "No, we don't know its power," said another. "Maybe it's just a probe, a test. Maybe the real army is behind it." Zareth raised his hand. "Silence," he commanded. "This ship, it did not come here by mistake. It came for a reason." An old archive was opened. The room darkened, and a video played. It showed a younger Earth, full of cities, ships, and soldiers. Then it showed fire, galactic war, Earth burning, humans disappearing. But the final message was clear. We will return. We will not forget. In deep space, the black ship slowly turned. Its weapons moved, slowly, silently. It did not fire, but every empire near it felt fear. Messages spread across the stars. "A ghost ship has returned. It's from Earth. Run." The galaxy had laughed when Earth fell. Now they weren't laughing. Now they were watching and waiting. The day Earth's warship entered orbit. The galaxy trembled. The black warship stayed in orbit. It didn't move. It didn't speak. But its silence was louder than any weapon. On the planet Velkar Prime, the Galactic Council held a second emergency meeting. The air was tense. No one smiled. Everyone watched the giant screen showing the Earth warship floating silently above. Sector 14 Council Leader Zareth stood with his hands behind his back. He looked calm, but inside, he was afraid. "This is no ordinary ship," he said slowly. "It has human design, but it's far more advanced than anything we've seen." High Admiral Kor spoke next. "I've studied the scans. The ship has no fuel trails, no heat, no shield signature, but it is armed, heavily armed." Another council member, a green-skinned creature named Vona, asked, "Why is it just watching? Why not attack us?" Zareth looked at her. "Maybe it's waiting, or maybe it wants us to make the first move." Back in orbit, the Earth warship remained still. But something had changed. Its outer shell shifted slightly. Small towers rose, hidden weapons moved, like a beast stretching its claws. Alien drones tried to scan it, but they vanished without a trace. No explosions, no signals. Just gone. Inside the ship, the same man from before stood in a control room. His name was Commander Reese Carter. He stared at a 3D map of the galaxy. "Threats identified," said the ship's AI. "Council fleets, 74 within strike range, all scanned." Commander Carter nodded. "Good. Continue watching. Do not fire, unless fired upon." On Velkar Prime, Council Leader Zareth looked around the chamber. "We need answers," he said. "We need to know how humans returned and how they built this." A scientist, Dr. Kellen, stepped forward. "There was a theory," he said nervously. "After Earth was destroyed, we believed a small group of humans escaped. We thought they fled into deep space, into the dark sectors, where even we don't go." Kor growled, "That's just a myth." "No," Kellen replied. "I studied old war records. Before Earth fell, they were working on something big, a secret program called Project Wraith." Zareth's eyes narrowed. "Wraith?" Kellen nodded. "Warfare reinvention and artificial intelligence tactical hub, a self-aware, evolving battleship designed to return only when ready." The room went silent. Meanwhile, in a distant system, a small alien patrol ship flew near the warship. The pilot, a young soldier named Tirek, was curious. "I want to see it closer," he said to his team. "It hasn't attacked anyone. Maybe." "It's just a shell." They flew closer. 200 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 50 kilometers. Suddenly, their ship froze. All lights went off. Engines stopped. The ship floated helplessly. A voice came through their system, calm, deep, human. "You have entered a restricted zone. Turn back now." Tirek was shaking. He tried to speak, but the voice spoke again. "This is your only warning." Then, their ship powered on again. By itself. They turned and fled without another word. Back in the council, more reports were coming in. Drone destroyed in 1 second. A station disabled. No damage, but complete power loss. Ships disappearing near the warship. The leaders were scared. Some wanted to send more fleets. Some wanted to hide. And some wanted to surrender. Council Leader Zareth raised his voice. "No more foolish actions," he shouted. "We need to talk to them, not fight." "But why would humans come back now?" someone asked. "What do they want?" Zareth looked at the warship on the screen. "They want us to remember," he said. "They want us to be afraid." Inside the Earth warship, Commander Carter stood in silence. He looked at an old photo, a picture of Earth before the war. Green forests, blue oceans, tall cities, all gone, he whispered, because they turned on us. He put the photo away and gave a quiet order. "Prepare the first message." A deep hum filled the warship. Lights began to glow. The galaxy was about to hear from Earth, for the first time in 300 years. The black warship stayed silent. No weapons fired, no ships attacked. But every second it stayed in orbit, the galaxy became more afraid. In every system, aliens whispered, "Humans have returned. Earth is not dead." They built something in the dark. Old stories began to resurface. Forgotten tales, legends from the war 300 years ago. Some called them myths, others called them warnings. But now they felt real. In the deep archives of the Zorath Empire, a young historian named Saravel was searching old war files. Her hands shook as she read through secret documents hidden for centuries. She found something called Project Phoenix, a backup plan made by the last human government before Earth was attacked. If Earth falls, we rise again from the ashes. There were maps, strange locations far outside the known galaxy, places with no names, marked only with the letter X. She rushed to her leader. "My lord, I found something," she said. "It proves the humans were planning a return. They disappeared on purpose." Her leader, General Threx, looked at her with wide eyes. "Are you saying the humans hid and built that thing in secret?" Sarah nodded slowly. "Yes. And I think that warship is not the only one." Meanwhile, on the warship, Commander Reese Carter stood in the communication room. A large screen in front of him blinked with a soft blue light. The ship's AI spoke. "Message ready for broadcast." All galactic channels linked. Carter took a deep breath. For 300 years, humanity had been silent, hiding, evolving, waiting. Now, it was time to speak. He gave the order. Send the message. Across the galaxy. Every screen. Every ship. Every planet. All went black for 5 seconds. Then, a human face appeared. Cold, calm, serious. Commander Reese Carter. His voice was clear and slow. "This is Commander Carter of the Earth Defense Fleet. You thought we were gone. You were wrong. You thought Earth died. We rebuilt. You betrayed us. You destroyed our home. You laughed. But we remember everything." He stared straight into the camera. "We are not here to ask for peace. We are not here to beg for mercy. We are here to finish what you started." Then the message ended. Just silence. But the meaning was clear. In the Galactic Council chamber, panic. "What have we done?" one alien shouted. "We should never have attacked Earth." Council leader Zareth stood still. His hands were shaking. "That ship. It's not just a machine," he whispered. "It's their memory. It's their anger." Admiral Kor slammed his fist on the table. "We need to attack, now, before they strike first." But Zareth raised his voice. "No, that would be suicide. Look at what that one ship has already done. No shots fired, but we are already breaking apart." Elsewhere, in a secret listening station, an old alien named Mavericks was sitting alone. He had fought in the war 300 years ago. He remembered. The humans. Clever, fast, emotional, but dangerous. He watched the message again. "They were young when we crushed them," he said. "But now, they've become something else." He turned to his student. "There was another story," he said slowly. "A whisper from long ago. About a final plan." The student looked confused. "What plan?" Mavericks whispered. "A hidden fleet, built in silence, powered by dark stars, controlled by AI and blood, not for defense, but for revenge." Back on the warship, Carter walked through the long hallway. Red lights blinked on both sides. He stopped in front of a sealed door. It had the number 01 on it. "Status?" he asked. The AI responded, "Main fleet is in final phase. Silent protocol still active. No enemy fleet near critical range." Carter nodded. "Good. Let them wonder. Let them remember what they did." He placed his hand on the glass. Inside the room, hundreds of metal pods, soldiers, sleeping, waiting. "Soon," he said, "soon we wake them all." The galaxy was changing. The whispers had become truth. Earth had returned. And this time, humanity was not playing fair. The galaxy was no longer silent. From one edge to the other, beings of all races were watching the same video, over and over. We are not here to ask for peace. We are here to finish what you started. Commander Reese Carter's voice echoed in every corner of space. Aliens, who once laughed at Earth, were now silent. The message was not loud, but it carried a storm. In a busy news station on Krenar 4, reporters from across the galaxy were gathered. Everyone wanted answers. Are the humans coming to attack? Do they want revenge? Was Earth really destroyed, or did they fake it? A famous alien journalist named Nirok Vol looked straight into the camera. We laughed when Earth fell. We called them weak. Now a single ship has made our fleet stop. What happens when the rest of them arrive? In the Galactic Council chambers, the Council was divided. Again, half wanted to attack the warship immediately. Half wanted to open peace talks. All of them were afraid. Council leader Zareth spoke first. We must respond, but not with weapons. Admiral, Kor slammed his fist on the table. They threatened us. Did you hear what that human said? They will finish what we started. Zareth turned slowly. And what if they already can? That one ship entered our systems and disabled entire defense grids without firing. You really want to test their full power. There was silence. Then Zareth gave the order. Send them a message. Show we're willing to talk. Aboard the Earth warship, Commander Carter stood near the command table. A new signal blinked. The AI spoke. Message received. From Galactic Council. Shall I delete it? Carter paused. No. Open it. The message was simple. We wish to speak. We recognize your return. Please respond. Let us avoid war. Carter stared at it for a long time. Then he gave a short laugh. They're afraid, he whispered. They should be. He walked toward the long glass window, looking down. At the planet below, I'll answer them, he said. But not with words. In the hidden control room of the warship, a massive screen showed hundreds of points across the galaxy, each one marked with red. The AI spoke again. All Wraith units in position. Awaiting orders. These were not normal ships. They were the real fleet, the ships no one had seen yet, silent, hidden, waiting across the stars. Commander Carter raised his hand. Activate one unit only. No attack. Just a pass-by. Let them see. On the planet Relnos 7, a peaceful alien world. Farms, families, no weapons, no war. Suddenly, the skies turned dark. A black shadow passed over the planet. A ship, just like the one in Sector 14, glided across the sky without a sound. No shots fired, no words spoken, just presence. Every device, every satellite, every weapon, shut down. Then, after 2 minutes, the ship vanished. Gone. Like a ghost. Back in the Council, new reports arrived. Relno 7 dark for 120 seconds. No damage, but full system shutdown. Another Earth ship spotted, identical model. The room was in chaos. There's more of them? How many did they build? Zareth stood slowly. He looked at the message again. At the ship, in orbit. At the reports. They didn't send that first ship as a threat, he said quietly. They sent it as a message. On the warship, the AI spoke again. Council is scared. Their leaders are confused, awaiting next order. Commander. Carter smiled. Good, now let them think. He turned to the stasis pods, where soldiers still slept, their bodies frozen in time, waiting for the moment they were needed. He whispered, This is only the beginning. In a hidden sector, deep beyond the known galaxy, a giant space station powered up. Its walls were covered in Earth markings, its core pulsed with energy. Lights turned on across a massive hangar. Dozens of Earth warships stood ready, and one message blinked on every screen: prepare to return. The galaxy now understood one thing clearly: Earth was back. And this time, they were not alone. The single warship in orbit had already caused panic. But now, reports of a second ship had shocked the Galactic Council. One ship could be a warning. Two ships meant a plan, and nobody knew how many more were waiting in the dark. Deep in the outer zones, far beyond the edge of mapped space, inside a hidden space station, alarms began to ring. Project Phoenix was no longer a secret. The signal had been sent. Inside the massive hangar, dozens of black warships stood still. Each one looked like a beast, silent, heavy, and deadly. A red light blinked above them. Phase 2, begin activation. Mechanical arms moved. Fuel lines connected. AI systems woke up. One by one, the ships came to life. Silent engines glowing blue. Inside the main chamber, Commander Ava Lynn, second in command of Earth's hidden fleet, stepped forward. Her uniform was black, her eyes cold. She spoke to the AI. Wake them, the E. AI replied, confirmed. Awakening Human Legion Unit 001 to 500. Giant cryopods hissed. Inside them, sleeping soldiers opened their eyes for the first time in 200 years. Muscles moved. Eyes adjusted to light. Hearts began to beat again. They had been waiting, trained in the past, frozen for the future. Now, the future had arrived. On Valkyrie Prime. Inside the Galactic Council's tower, chaos grew stronger with each hour. "They've begun moving fleets!" a general shouted. "Another Earth signal was detected in the outer zone." Council leader Zareth stood in the middle, his face pale. He held a small report in his hand. A list of missing probe ships, lost around the black zones. Each one had vanished without a trace. "They've been building this for centuries," he whispered. "Right under our eyes," Admiral Kor barked, loudly. "Then we should hit them now, before more ships arrive." Zareth turned. "You still don't understand. That warship in our orbit, it's not here to attack, it's here to distract." Everyone went quiet. Meanwhile, on the first Earth warship, Commander Reese Carter received the report. Legion awakening at 62%. All secondary warships activated. Hidden fleets remain undetected. He nodded. "Good. Begin slow movement. Let them see us, one system at a time." The ship began to rotate. Engines lit up. Slowly, it turned away from Valkyrie Prime and disappeared into deep space. It didn't run. It just moved, calmly, powerfully, towards the next star system. A message was left behind, broadcast in every language. "We remember your war. You erased our home. Now you will see what Earth has become." In the deep black sectors, a drone scout from the Sarn Empire picked up something strange. Its sensors began blinking rapidly. Unregistered fleet detected, 300+ ships. The drone tried to send the data back. But then, silence, not destroyed, just gone. Back at the Sarn base, the last image received showed hundreds of triangular Earth warships, forming up in perfect rows, like chess pieces before a battle. Back in the Earth Fleet Command Center, Commander Ava Lynn walked through rows of awakened soldiers. Each one stood tall, wearing new armor made of dark silver. These were not ordinary humans. They had been engineered to survive in space, battle in zero gravity, and control AI-based weapons. She stopped in front of one soldier. "Unit 117. Do you know why you're awake?" she asked. The soldier nodded. "For Earth," he said. "For everything they took from us." She smiled. "Good. Your time has come." In the Galactic Council emergency room, all members stood watching the screens. Ships spotted near old war zones. Communication blackouts in border systems. Civilian panic rising. Zareth turned to his team. "They're not attacking. Not yet. But they're showing us something." "Showing us what?" Someone asked. Zareth looked at the stars. That Earth didn't die. It evolved. Final scene aboard the Central Earth Warship. Commander Carter stared at the galaxy map. He placed his hand over a red zone. Start Phase 3. The AI responded, Phase 3. Target selection. Dozens of red dots began to glow. Each one was an alien world involved in Earth's fall. Each one would now face the Legion. The galaxy was now holding its breath. From the frozen moons of Jarex to the gas clouds of Thorax Prime, every being had one question. What will the humans do next? Earth's first warship had left orbit. Its message had already shaken the galaxy. But now, something worse had begun. In a secure Earth Fleet command room, Commander Reese Carter stood in front of a large screen. Red lights blinked slowly. Phase 3. Target selection complete. 12 alien worlds lit up in red. 12 names. 12 planets that once voted to destroy Earth. Carter's voice was calm. Begin retaliation protocol. The AI replied, Confirmed. Launching coordinated fleet movements. Targets will be reached in T-minus 72 hours. In orbit of planet Venlor 3, Venlor was a peaceful trade planet. Rich, safe, never saw war. But now, 3 Earth warships appeared in the sky. Black, silent, like ghosts. Venlor's defense grid tried to scan them. Nothing worked. In seconds, the Earth ships jammed all signals. Then, they opened fire. But not on cities. They destroyed only one thing. The military base where Venlor once launched missiles at Earth 300 years ago. Then just like that, they left. Not a single civilian was hurt, but the message was loud and clear. We know, we remember, and we choose what to burn. Galactic Council headquarters, panic rising. They're striking one by one, shouted Admiral Kor. No! Declaration. No conversation. Council leader Zareth held his head. They're not at war, he said slowly. They're cleansing. Another screen lit up. Reports from Dravar Namn, a mining world. Massive orbital strike. Military wiped. Civilian zones untouched. They're avoiding innocent lives, one council member whispered. But why? Zareth's voice shook. Because they want us to see that they have morals and power. Both. Meanwhile, on the Earth flagship, Commander Carter watched each fleet return to formation. He opened a private file. It showed a list of names. Known worlds responsible for Earth's destruction. Velkar Prime, Zarnath IV or Kryel Base, and more. Each name brought back pain, but also purpose. Behind him, Commander Ava Lynn entered the room. They're scared, she said. They should be, Carter replied. But we are not finished. Flashback, Earth, 300 years ago. Burning cities, smoke rising, a child hiding, underground with his mother. That child was Reese Carter. He had seen Earth fall. He had seen the betrayal, and he had sworn they would pay. In the present, inside a Zarnath space station, Zarnath IV was next. The humans didn't arrive with noise. They came quietly, through the shadows of space. 3 stealth ships entered orbit. Before Zarnath's army could react, the ships launched EMP bombs, wiping out all power systems in 30 seconds. No light, no shields, no weapons. Then a message appeared on every screen. Zarnath voted to erase Earth. Today, Earth returns the vote. A warning, not a war cry. The Earth ships dropped data pods filled with historical evidence, proof of the betrayal. Then they left again. Back in the Galactic Council, one alien diplomat stood up, pale and shaking. They're not trying to kill us all, she said. They're proving a point. They remember history better than we do. Council leader Zareth nodded. They are showing restraint, he whispered. But if we push them, That restraint will break. A young soldier ran into the chamber. Sir, Velkar Prime is being scanned. Everyone went silent. Velkar Prime, the heart of the Council. The planet that led the vote to destroy Earth. On the warship headed for Velkar Prime. Commander Carter stared at the planet. Behind him, thousands of human soldiers stood ready. He activated the transmission. To the leaders of Velkar Prime, you lit the match that burned Earth. Today, we return, not to destroy, but to give you one last chance. The message ended. No weapons fired, just silence and waiting. Across the galaxy, alien empires watched with wide eyes. Why aren't they attacking? They're giving us a choice. They want the truth to come out. Old records started leaking, secret council votes, ancient war crimes, hidden files, all exposed by Earth's AI. Billions saw the truth. Earth was not the villain. Earth was the victim. Final scene. Inside the Earth fleet, a new signal arrived from Velkar Prime. A simple message. We are ready to talk. Carter turned to Ava Lynn. She raised an eyebrow. Do we talk? Carter paused. Maybe, or maybe, we remind them what fear feels like. The screen zoomed out, showing the full human fleet. Hundreds of ships now forming up, not for defense, but for something else. The galaxy stood on the edge of war, but this time it was not Earth being hunted. It was Earth, giving the final warning. Across thousands of star systems, all screens flashed with one message. We are humanity. We remember everything. Now, you will choose. Aboard the Earth flagship, orbiting Velkar Prime Commander Reese Carter stood before the main screen. Behind him, hundreds of Earth warships floated like dark titans. Each ship powered, each crew ready, each missile locked. The enemy was not just Velkar Prime. It was the lie the galaxy had lived for 300 years. Now, that lie was about to end. In the Galactic Council Hall, panic, debates, silence. Council leader Zareth stood with trembling hands. Humans are offering peace, but it's the kind that comes with a gun to your head. He read Earth's full message again. We will not destroy what you built, unless you prove you deserve destruction. Surrender the leaders who planned Earth's fall. Admit the truth. Restore what was stolen. This is not a negotiation. This is the ultimatum. Meanwhile, inside Earth's hidden broadcast tower across the galaxy, Earth's AI spread the truth. Secret votes from 300 years ago. Alien leaders who chose war over peace. Evidence of attacks that Earth never started. Billions watched. Shocked. Whole planets turned against their own corrupt governments. Some even sent messages. We didn't know the truth. We stand with Earth. Forgive us. Aboard the warship. Judgment Commander Ava Lynn monitored fleet movement. All Legion units in place, she said. Targets locked. One command, and it begins. Reese Carter looked at the stars. They've seen our power, he said. Now we see their choice. He opened a channel. Galactic broadcast begins. Final transmission. A man appears on every screen in the galaxy. Tall, calm. His uniform bears the Earth insignia. This is Commander Reese Carter of the Earth Restoration Fleet. We are not here for revenge. We are here for justice. Surrender those who brought war to Earth. End the lies. Admit your crimes, or face extinction. This is your last chance. You have 48 hours. The message ends. Silence falls across the stars. Velkar Prime, High Command Bunker Zareth closes his eyes. He knows the truth. Earth could destroy them in hours, but Earth gave them a choice. He stands before the Council. We deserve what's coming, unless we do what is right. Slowly, he takes out a data crystal. The original war orders, he says, signed by former council heads, hidden for centuries. He places it on the table. This is our confession. On Earth's flagship, the AI speaks, new transmission from Velkar Prime. Documents received, confession confirmed, targeted individuals offered for trial. A long pause. Carter says just one word. Stand down. All across the galaxy, Earth's ships power down. The Legion steps back. The war is over. Not because of fear, but because truth won. 1 week later, Peace Hall, Earth Orbit Station. For the first time in 300 years, a galactic ship enters Earth's orbit. Inside, diplomats kneel before the Earth Council. A new treaty is signed. No world shall rise through lies. No race shall fall alone, and Earth shall never be forgotten again. Final scene. Commander Carter. Looking at Earth, he watches his home from orbit. Rebuilt, bright, alive again. Ava Lynn walks in. It's done, she says. We brought them to their knees. Carter shakes his head. No, he replies. We brought them back to truth. He turns to the stars. And now, we rebuild the galaxy. The Earth fleet slowly leaves orbit. Not for war, but for peace. But the galaxy will always remember. The day Earth returned. The day Earth stood, alone, and didn't fall.